Y'all, we're live from City Council Plaza. Everybody just got out of council. They're very upset, and we're having our General Assembly right here in their frickin' archways, which is awesome. City County Plaza, y'all. Get down here. Beats live, people. Hey, let me touch your mama right now. Hey, General Assembly's being at the courthouse, right outside the courthouse, in their archway right now. Okay, love you, bye. Still organizing, fixing to have their assembly. Everybody's kind of getting their stuff together. I want to say historic moment, at least for this moment.
Good idea. There are people over there who might want, and I'm going that way, so I'll give them the message right now. All right.
Okay, we've got a consensus to have our meeting here. We're having our assembly right here at City County Arches. Welcome to the new assembly venue. It's dry here.
Before we get started, let me just see. Is there anyone here not familiar with the hand signal we've been using? Okay. Would someone like to just do a quick one-on-one and run down the pen? That was great. Just wanted to step a little bit over time for everyone.
Say hello to our officers this evening. They're just hanging out, I guess. I don't know what they're doing. Chit-chatting.
This is a different time and a different place for our GA that is convened. So we need to decide how long we're going to be spending in this space. So does anyone have any comments about that?
Forever.
For this meeting.
Oh.
All night?
Or 8 till 10 o'clock when actually the curfew is, I mean, at minimum.
So here until 10 o'clock is a proposal that someone has. Any other comments on that? Proposal? Yes?
Yes, it's just a clarification. Per description's legal, all night's not.
Needs to be the bigger discussion, right?
Here, what I did so far with this meeting can go on 10 or all night. I would just like to say as a facilitator that I can't stay all night, but I'd be happy to pass off, someone I can if that's decided. I have a limited window tonight, but okay. So the Bateman's block. Let's actually talk about.
Wow.
Okay. Can we spend time on this one?
I'll block all night for now. That's not the question. Leaving time to answer the question.
Yeah. Let's talk about our GA and making decisions, the body of people who are convening to actually make decisions on what's happening. Camping might continue after that, it might not, but let's talk about how long the decision-making process is going to last tonight. Do people have ideas about that?
Due to the case situations and sort of the moment of what just happened, I propose that we stick to tonight's GA only deciding by camping for tonight, and then tomorrow we address the bigger issues.
Okay, let's just talk about time for now. We'll get the agenda and figure out how much time we can, allow for this decision-making process. Anyone else have ideas about how long we want to be there? I don't have an idea about how long we want to be there.
Running until an hour and a half, and we have until 10.
I propose that this meeting go on until 10 because there are some people that want to stay after 10 and some people who don't. And so we want to make decisions together. If we can make some decisions on this agenda by 10, that would be great.
Is there anyone else that has any comments? Okay. Can we get a general vibe on staying till 10 for the GA decision-making group? Okay. Any blocks on that? All right. One agenda item that's been suggested so far, which is location time for this. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. Camping for tonight. Anyone else have agenda items to suggest? Okay. We're talking agenda items, not
Also, where and when we're going to do the GA tomorrow.
right?
I would look to make a decision tonight on where to convene the General Assembly on Saturday because there's an International Day of Action called that is going to be all over the world, and we'd like to start getting the word out about that. And I would like to have a decision about that tonight.
I don't know that we can do it in the next hour, but it would be good to create a negotiation process. The city has invited us to be in negotiation with them. And rather than have it be ad hoc and confused, it would be wonderful if we all agreed with the process, whatever it was.
I would just like to put on what was conveyed to me by the city attorney and the city manager after the meeting concluded before making decisions.
I just want to know why the occupation is the last thing on the agenda for the occupation.
We haven't talked yet, so so about city manager and what?
I just want to make an announcement about what they told me after the meeting.
Okay. Who's the city manager and who?
City attorney.
Okay, so that's how many?
That's 5. That's a lot.
Okay, so that's a lot. I would like to see if we want to have some time for announcements, or if we want to say that to the end. What do people think right now?
The end.
The end is what I'm hearing. Okay.
What a timely announcement.
So timely announcement.
Yeah.
Should we do that now?
Yeah, okay. Just that they came up to me, Bobo and the city manager, Jackson, I think his name, they, and the city council, they said they were meeting about this behind closed doors after the city council meeting, the council itself. They understood the urgency of the situation. They appreciated what we were doing. They supported us, but they can't act immediately, and that they will get back to me either late tomorrow or Thursday, and that they will have some sort of temporary plan that they will propose to us by Thursday. And I said that needs to be tomorrow, so in the next 24, 48 hours. And I also told them that it was a two-way street with us, and that they weren't, if we weren't going to just accept to be put in some parking lot, off some street or whatever, that it had to be a two-way street. So.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Beggars on
Yeah, bunch of low life.
So that was an announcement. What I would like to do now is set the order of that agenda.
I do have I feel like this is we're going to eventually come down to this issue. I think it's a tough one, but I feel like we put on the agenda I feel like we should put on the agenda if the General Assembly agrees to only have a camping space that's overnight, or if we want a 24-hour camping. 24 hours.
Okay, let's move on to the agenda. I'm hearing a lot of
Sweet.
around.
I don't think we're going to get through this whole agenda.
I'm just reading out the
We
guidance.
did try. Maybe it'll go fast.
Yeah, sorry. Whether or not the GA agrees to only overnight for 24 hours is one agenda item. Camping for tonight, Jubilee, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. Where the GA meets tomorrow, the negotiation process with City Council, and the location for the General Assembly on Saturday, and ending with announcements. Okay. Oh, okay. Yes. Well, so maybe we'll do a straw poll to find out what the first two agenda items will be, what people find the most important. So please raise your hand at the agenda item that you think should be one of the first two that are talked about. I don't know how to phrase this, but the General Assembly, whether or not the General Assembly agrees to only overnight or 24 hours. Do you want to restate that?
Yeah, so I feel like as the process goes on, that we're going to be forced to make a choice between getting a space for overnight and then having to break everything down during the day, or if we want to insert a 24-hour space.
And does that segue, is that the same agenda item as camping overnight, or is this?
I think it's a different question. I think it's a more overarching question. A strategic, it's a strategic question that I feel like the GA probably could answer.
And you don't want it to be within another agenda item, you want it to be separate?
Well, I feel like because it's an overarching strategic question of the group, I feel like it should be a separate item.
Okay. If people think that this should be one of the first things talked about, raise your hand. Okay. Then we have camping for tonight. Jubilee. Sorry. Okay. Where the General Assembly meets tomorrow. Okay. The negotiation process with City Council. We already did the information. And then where the General Assembly is going to meet on Saturday, the International Day of Action. Okay. I find that very important.
All right. Let's talk about camping for tonight first. I think I saw slightly more hands for that. Okay. Opening up comments.
How much time? Hold on. How much time?
Oh, sorry. Right.
How long do you want to take on this? 10 minutes? 5?
10.
10?
Before we go there, figure out time.
10 minutes? 5, 10 minutes?
10.
All right. Another thing is when you raise your hand, I want to put a number to you. Keep that number in the air so I can keep track of who's who, because right now I'm surrounded by people and I'm going crazy.
10 minutes, and does that include the discussion about it or not?
So that's a separate item. Okay. If you want to bring it in the back of the picture. Okay, so any comments, 10 minutes, camping for tonight. What's already going on with the occupation. I think that staying with that space as long as there's no specific plan in the next couple of days, 24 to 48 hours, so we're hearing back from the City Council, right, about their funding sort of positions. I think we can keep the continuity going to stay in that spot.
You cannot be in the spot or in the part here. You cannot be there after 10 o'clock.
News 13's here. News 13 just pulled up.
Right here.
Okay, we have a proposal for camping right here. Any other ideas for camping for tonight? Okay, do you have any other major ideas for camping? No. Okay, so camping here for tonight and the current
Just Channel 13 wants to do a show.
You cannot camp here. Because we have just gone to the city council trying to follow due process and legality, and taking an action to stop or counter that legality is not appropriate.
I think we understand the legality has been stated in this forum a couple of times, so we have that information now.
No, I'm trying to have the rest of the phone. I'm very concerned that living in Asheville this long and dealing with city council, I thought they were really positive, and for us to then do civil disobedience right here at their doorstep after they kept saying we want to cooperate, we want dialogue, it's just kind of suggestive to me.
As given 24 hours of clarification, you may be here so long as we leave. This is public space, this is a city building. So long as we leave the 4-foot walkway that we know that we can take off, I believe we are legal. And we are making a huge change by being here. So that's just clarification. I believe that we are legal being here so long as we do not block the door. I hear what you're saying. If we want to make a statement, tonight's our night, and we don't have to be violent or bend the rules, and we're not breaking their trust, but we want to start doing it. We got to do it now, because the 2 weeks comes up, and they decide to make it more, or they deny us. These couple weeks leading up to that is going to show how serious we really are.
We don't have to wait 2 weeks. It's going to be 48 hours at the most before we have the dialogue with some sort of permission to go somewhere.
I'm really uncomfortable with the idea of permission at this point. That's all I can say.
This is just a general statement for everything. Lots of times when we're in moments like this, as humans, we have the ability to react. And I want to encourage everybody to take thoughtful action right now instead of just reaction. I'm not choosing a side, but let's calm down right now. Some of us are a lot hot about this. Let's just calm down and keep it through there. We have about 3 minutes to finish the question.
Yeah.
I'll leave this sober that I brought down there for everyone to see this tonight. I'll bring anything I can to support anybody and we'll gladly do it.
I just make the point that I'm actually planning on doing the camping to have a little bit more of a control over what they say.
Not to make the 10 minutes over. We've been direct response, second information. The time for camping in parking lots is over. They've specifically shown us exactly what they want us to see. They don't want us camping anywhere. All they care about is their money. Oh, there's thousands of dollars. There's people. The time is now. Good. I'd like the statement. I have been a part of this kind of thing since I was 11 years old. The best thing to do after something like this, and I said it the other night, is to go home and get a good night's sleep. You would be surprised. You might look at it totally different because the thing is, a lot went on in there on both sides. And I've been a part of many meetings where they were throwing papers at us, calling the police to get us out. We did dialogue if we did nothing else. And you have to know that revelation and understanding sometimes come after the event. So I think before we make up in our mind that this was a total flop, we need to just step back, take some breathers, and
Bob Marley said, strike while the iron is hot. And it's hot right now. We can make an impact now. I'm not saying we need to get violent. I'm not saying anything else. But we should camp where we want to camp. And we get arrested, we come back out, and we go right back to camp. Okay? While it's hot.
Right.
Let's not be provoked. Let's not be provoked to cast the first stone. Civil disobedience is non-violent, but it could result in violence, and the world is looking at us right now.
Okay, so far, if I'm correct, we have 2 proposals for camping here and at Jubilee. I would like to get a temp check. Yeah.
About Jubilee, I just spoke with the person that is happening. He's going to be there around 9:30 for as a fallback only in this sense, I think. And I have to go meet him, so carry on.
Okay, understood. Okay, so I would like to do a temp check on both of those options. How are we feeling about camping here tonight?
Can I get a clarification first?
Yes.
I heard something about hours of business here, and that was our time frame. Is that true? Can we be here between when they're not open, and if so, when is that time?
Let's clarify for everyone the legality. I think that the legality of camping here overnight is ambiguous. I don't think we have any clear answers right now, and completely definitive legal opinions. Okay.
Clarification, Jen here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Are we legal here tonight?
I don't know. Is this either considered more like a sidewalk? Well, I don't know that. I don't see how it would be considered a park. I don't know the answer to that.
Okay, so we need to let's do this temp check again. Camping here tonight. Okay, all right.
A lot of them are back here.
Okay, camping here tonight. How are you feeling about that? Okay, about this thing, right? Okay, that's the question. Do we have any blocks for camping here tonight?
I would just like to say that we have to remember that we are all unified and that we all have to make a decision that reflects on everybody's decision. So if we decide to camp here tonight, you have to take in responsibility the people that may not agree with that and the legality and the disobedience and the rights, the uncomfort it might cause for some people who do not agree with that. And we speak for that whole group when we do decide to stay here. So just be respectful of what everybody's wishes are when you do decide to stay here and you want to cause some trouble, because some people might not be okay with that.
Just to clarify, we're deciding
I'm just reminding everybody to just think of other people as well as
okay?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay, I just want to
the people voting are campers.
Yeah.
right now, we've only done a temp check. We haven't but all we know there is blocks.
Yeah. Oh. Do you want to make an amendment?
But we're going to take time.
Okay.
I have a friendly amendment. I feel like because there's an element of risk in this action, I feel like the people that are comfortable with the risk, and I'm not a camper, but the people that are comfortable with the risk can stay here. People that are uncomfortable with the level of risk can stay at Jubilee.
We don't know that it's risk yet. It may be legal and there may be no risk whatsoever.
Thank you. There's a phone with internet right here.
Okay. We've given them a proposition. We don't have an answer yet. We've asked for respect. They may give us respect. They may not. We will proceed regardless, but let them give us an answer. I like what Zach said. Let's get a good night's sleep. Call back, get answers, check the legalities. Know what we're potentially getting into.
I got a direct response. We don't know if this is illegal, and the cops would ask you to leave, possibly, before, and, if you don't want aggressive, you just leave. You know what I'm saying? They would say, we'll ask you to leave the park at 2 o'clock. They'll warn you. So just consider that. Thank you.
Is the direct response right here?
Just one sec before the direct response. Sorry. Just to show up hands, who's camping tonight?
Anywhere?
What if I'm like I'm a halfer. If we're camping here, I'll be right here with you.
Yes.
My question. Well, his direct response on certification. Okay. So, in direct response to the police do have to issue us a warning before they arrest us. So, a proposal and friendly amendment would be that those who can't hear if the police ask us to leave. We make that choice then and we go to Jubilee.
Woo! We're at time. Just say what, you know.
There are two different forms of trespassing. The first, it does not require an ask to leave. The second does. The higher offense requires you to ask to leave. It's not a blanket thing. They've been nice. They may ask to leave. And I would just maybe make a friendly amendment that we wait the 48 hours, and then if we don't get the collaboration we want, which I actually think we are going to get because they know we're serious, is to do a full-scale occupation on Saturday, like the people were talking about, and just bring it on Saturday, because we want by the end.
Yes.
The security guard just came out and told us that this is technically a park. And we will be committing an act if we need to stay here. Somewhere just getting clarification, my mother's running. If in fact we will make a decision to cause the thing to be an arrest, a number of people have my phone number, a few others, I can at least work with jail support. Just leave that there. A lot of people have it now. A lot of people have it now.
Okay, next time, we want to take
Possible disobedience tonight.
we're out of discussion time.
5 minutes?
Raise your hand if you want 5 more minutes. Way too much. Raise your hand if you want 10. All right, 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Everybody vote now.
I'm still getting to come over here because I'm still getting
If you guys are back here, I can't sleep. You have
Okay, so I think that was 5 minutes. Okay?
I know it's wet, but we've got parks. Is the federal building out of the question tonight?
Yes, because the reason is we put our carpet up, it blocks the carpet.
Yeah, I've been meaning to propose this for a while. Like you sort of shut us down and said we only have these 2 days.
Oh, no.
I would also propose that people who want to do civil disobedience please go through nonviolence training first, so that we don't do anything brash.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't mean to say there's no more real proposals. Someone else wants to make a proposal for tonight? We still have 5 minutes to discuss it. Yes. Yep, I heard that.
Let her go first.
According to Officer Chris Eby, this area is considered property, period. And we are not allowed to camp on it under any circumstances. There's about 6 of them in a half circle in there. It's nothing the fact that we will not be camping here tonight.
So, we're about to do a consensus. Can I ask a clarifying question on a block? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, you should make that clarification.
But not with y'all, so I wanted to
clarify that.
I'd like
It was
to
a
know
warning. You're right.
what constitutes a block. A block is if you have very serious reservations with the proposal that's being proposed, you're willing to leave the group if it gets hot. If you have 2 blocks, as I understand it, that means it's tabled effectively. Okay, so it doesn't happen. Okay, do you propose an alternate proposal or something? I thought somebody was saying. We still have to give an amendment. No. We need, just one sec, we just need the 3 proposals to be restated, I think. Does anyone else have any comments before we do that? Yes.
Okay, folks, we have already had our warning. We cannot stay here tonight. Okay, so all the campers, please, let's just go to Jubilee, get some sleep, think about it, and come back tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
Technically, so that was our warning. So if we stay here after 10 o'clock, they can technically roll up vans and start arresting us.
Okay, let's have a brief statement of the three proposals. First proposal. Okay.
Yeah, also, when we have a block, we move tonight, so let that out.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay. Thank you.
There's kind of a side meeting going on over there with one of the
My
councilmen.
understanding was also if there are two blocks, then it's automatically able. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And the vice checker talks with the person as well.
Yes. Yes, I'm waiting for you. Okay, first proposal, stay here tonight. Who made that proposal? Would like to be stated. Anyone here that's willing to back up that proposal right now? Oh, okay.
I will. The first proposal was to stay right here tonight before the news. The people who want to camp. There was a friendly amendment to that to make it once police ship in the morning, we leave and go to Jubilee.
Okay. Second proposal, start out at Jubilee. Would anyone like to restate that? Yeah.
Well, I can pretty much say, the Jubilee thing is because, we have a warm, safe spot right there, doors closed, doors locked. So we don't have to worry about police, we don't have to worry about any of the drunken people, we don't got to worry about anything pretty much. The only thing we got to worry about is waking up, packing up our stuff, and make sure we don't leave a mess.
Okay.
And we're warm and dry.
And the third proposal?
The third proposal was that we camp out burrito style with cars outside the center of the building. But if we can get a vice check on that, that's not my job. But if there's someone who supports it, then I'm fine with it. But if no one supports it, then I'm willing to reject that.
Okay, how about a vice check on that last third proposal?
We did actually have a backup spot if we do believe it was rain. Yeah, that is usually.
All right, I would like to do a straw poll. We're probably almost out of our 5 minutes.
We are.
Okay. Stay here tonight. Raise your hand.
The police have just confirmed that this is City Hall, not Park.
The butt. He'd probably, but you can't lock the doors, I'm sure. This makes a dandy new one. Lots to win, too.
Folks, we have some people gathered information over there. Should we table this for right now?
Table.
Does that sound good to everyone?
Table it for now.
Table for now. Only see one here.
We need a
I think we can go with that. Okay.
table for a little bit. Awesome.
Your agenda item.
Well, I think it's pretty critical to our strategic negotiations if they happen.
I don't know, 5 minutes? 5 minutes it shouldn't take. I mean, yeah, right?
Okay. If we could get the maximum amount of people over here to discuss all of what needs to be discussed, that would be awesome.
Hey, we're on the next topic.
Naomi, can you
I don't think we have time for a break here.
Yeah, so
Creeping up on 9. Can't tell on here.
So the proposal is basically that we make a decision between accepting a overnight camping spot or pushing for a only accepting a 24-hour occupation site.
Okay, do we have 5 minutes to discuss this? Anyone not understand this or have comments?
They're not wanting to.
I got a comment.
Yeah, so So we've already been, the city council has already started, we'll give you a space for overnight, but you have to break it back down and not have a space during the day unless we move over to Pritchard Park. So the proposal is basically that we make a decision between a 24-hour occupation camp or being willing to accept an overnight camping spot.
Moving on with this right now. Okay. All right. Yes. This seems like a really large issue for the majority of the group to consider, and I'm wondering if there's a way for us to put it out to everybody on the website, on Facebook, for people to consider, because everybody's really riled up right now. A lot of people don't, I'm not thinking clearly, and it seems like this is something that we should take some time to think about. Okay?
By the way, clarification is like a direct response to the immediate question. But my clarification was, do we know how many people would be here 24/7? Because 24/7 matters if we have like 3 people during the day. And we have homeless people who are helping, which are great. And then we also have students who do jobs.
This is a point of contact. That's not actually clarification. The clarification is a request for the person to restate what they just stated in different terms.
We've been using it.
So you know that there are comments on what they understand. And I think one of the good things that's happening in New York is that because they have a 24-hour occupation, they have an office that allows them to have conversations, things together, and improve on their thoughts. We don't have that. I actually, maybe you mean, I'm not wedded to sleeping out at night. What I want is good political outreach to the growing numbers of people who are in economic misery, many of whom do not relate to us.
I will clarify, this is when we figure out our spot, basically, Naomi, not tonight, not where we're going tonight, but in the future, where we are.
Right.
Okay.
And can I clarify? Okay. So that's so if we truly are, if there's a group of us that are, and I hope it is a group, truly negotiating with the city, in the next 48 hours, it's going to start first thing in the morning, I imagine. We need to know what the boundaries are.
Again? They left and come back?
Well,
no, they got it. Okay, cool.
Nobody's lost.
Yeah, I want to be there.
Under our name, then that hurts our voting system, period. You have to block if you're going to do it anyway.
Speak up.
Then they will issue a warning telling us to leave, so put that out there.
Going back to the city, is that out? It's fine, I just wanted to clarify.
Okay, why would we want to ruin something we've worked so hard at? You know, we've worked our butts off, days. That's not constitution. That's the process.
Alright. Major announcement for tonight. You just registered city property, you cannot arrest us here. Chief of police. City property, you cannot be arrested within the law, but you can't be here tonight. We'll make a decision. Yeah, not recording.
Okay, so that was an announcement. That's the only
Not
announcement.
recording. Video camera and sound.
Thank you. Is that the only announcement that came out of this discussion?
That's all we need to know.
Right. Okay, point of process.
Can we return to the proposal?
Yes. Let's return to the proposal.
Can we get quiet?
try to get some, hold down the noise a little bit so you can hear.
You do the clap thing.
Quiet, please.
On the topic of whether we want to be negotiating for a nightly place to sleep, have to break it down on each day, or whether we're negotiating for a place to stay and occupy. I agree with Naomi. That's what she was proposing. We should be negotiating for a place that we can stay. People know where to go, and they know this is where Asheville is being occupied. They can interact with us there.
Okay, so I'm hearing a proposal coming out of this discussion, which is that 24-hour encampment has a lot of energy behind it. Is anybody that's not feeling energy behind a 24-hour encampment? Okay.
What?
You're not feeling that?
If we can't hear
This is different. All right.
We get to that, didn't I know?
What he's saying is, the reason why we're doing this is because we have a place to do it during the day. The thing is we need to extend our hours so we can stay there at night also. So no matter what, even if we do work at night, we can stay there during the day because it's legal for us to be there during the day. That's the reason why we're working for nighttime, so we can be there 24 hours.
The thing I'm thinking, like myself, I'm a school teacher. I am employed. I know there's plenty of other people that would be here on a regular basis and would possibly stay 24 hours if they could because of the cost. But what I'm proposing is going along with the 24-hour spot so that everyone that wants to be involved in this knows that they can come when they are free and they know where you're going to be. Perfect example, last night I went looking to camp out. First night I was going to do it. I've been to General Assemblies all weekend long. I didn't know where everyone was. I looked on the web page, couldn't find the information there. So I wasn't able to join and participate last night. So I'm proposing that, yes, the 24 hours, and it be a public place for anyone in the city of Asheville or any of the surrounding counties that wants to take place. When they can, they know where we're going to be.
Okay, what I'm hearing is multiple people proposing that we go with the 24-hour encampment. It does not mean
I wasn't over there. I was coming out to that.
Indefinitely in this class. Okay, do we want to try the consensus here, or do we want 2 more minutes? Try for consensus. Do consensus, 2. Going to 24-hour encampment. Do we have any blocks? Woo!
Point of clarification. Anyone who negotiates for Occupy Asheville, you must respect the General Assembly decision that we will not accept less than a 24-hour location.
I brought the camp here, and it's not in the park. It still needs to be gone at 10.
Right? Do you give me time to move or whatever?
People would come to me to maybe help me move the camp.
Oh, okay. So we have a request for helping camp move. From this gentleman here.
We need volunteers.
We need volunteers to help move camp.
In the next hour.
Not till 10.
Okay, so we need to make this decision quickly, but I'm hearing. Okay. All right, let's go.
5 minutes. Call out.
5 minutes. More for this. Okay. Comment.
I'll call them stay here tonight. So to anyone who wants to stay here tonight, I appreciate the courage. Saturday, out of solidarity, it's very important that we have men and women and everyone with that courage with us on Saturday. So I please do not trust a chief of police, possibly, to all go camp somewhere else tonight, even if you wanted to camp here tonight. And I appreciate that. But Saturday is very important.
The point of facilitation is not to cut you off or anything, but if we have any more noise, can I get a volunteer? Remind folks to just keep down so I don't have to keep saying it. Okay, do we have a volunteer? Okay, can we do that? Okay, awesome comments?
My question is just this, like, we got a word from the chief of police, what time do we need to be out here in the morning? Like, how long are we allowed to stay legally? Does anybody know?
Well, there's a warning for the back, but no, we don't know.
You're free. This one first. Bring it.
Out there on the side.
He got told he was, but he has to say he was going to come back and let us know what he found out. He has a lot of already, though. Yeah, he has an audio. I know, I was right there.
Okay, so for the campers who's camping out, for one, I don't trust Asheville fully at fucking all. I don't trust Asheville police. So the best thing the campers could do is go back to Jubilee, get a good night's sleep, and let's think about what we're doing. Yes, he is. He's one of us.
6:30 is when the doors open and people can come to work here. I still will follow up on that. At 6:30 is the time. So 6:30 we get time to wait on the space, and that's the working chair.
Say that to vacate at 6:30.
Okay. We have one block.
Yeah.
Oh, yours fine.
Yeah.
The vibe checker is blocking. Staying here tonight.
For 90, right?
Right.
Okay. Is there a vote for camping? No, wait, that's what we're doing right now. We're voting right now. I'm trying to one block. One block. Yeah,
Yeah, y'all get back up just a little bit, it'd be great. We gotta get closed in, it got loud.
Can you hear me, top one? Can you hear me, top one?
Okay, what we're attempting to do is get consensus on camping here tonight. There's one block, so we need 90%. I have a
All those people allegedly said we could stay here. He told the reporter that absolutely not, and that they were.
He said you do not have permission at the moment. He's calling around to see what's
working on something, but we're just not 100% sure.
So there's ambiguous legality still, is what I'm hearing?
Exactly.
On tape saying one thing, but that's possibly ambiguous. Right, okay.
Wow. You should have been here.
Another block.
He's talking to it.
Okay, great. Sorry.
We have been on record reporting from the chief of police.
And,
Very clear reporting.
yeah, remember, clarification. Is it at all possible to have...
We got one guy, a couple people are already camping out. They're already setting up.
That's already been discussed.
You say two encampments. I know that's right.
That's already been proposed.
Whoever's not comfortable can't go to Jubilee.
That's already been proposed.
You speak so.
Can we get quiet, please?
Thank you.
Fact check. Out of the hall, maybe.
There are two blocks to this proposal of camping here tonight.
Table, can we go?
Table, okay. So then we move on to the other proposal.
I got a question. Are you camping?
No, but I've been here almost every day that I can be, and I believe in this movement. I feel like we made headway in that meeting. We didn't get in tonight, but I feel like we will lose all of the ground we made by doing that.
Exactly.
So I
have a direct
response.
response.
I respect the people who do, but I really
I have a direct response.
Direct response.
Yeah, it's like,
That's
we understand that yes, the campers are the ones camping, but you're also representing all of us. And what you do in all of our names, in the OccupyAsheville name.
Okay, we're at time.
Direct response. Direct response.
Direct response.
Oh, what? Oh. This out supersede me.
We're at 9:10. I think that we all understand what has been proposed, what was just blocked by two people. Unless we want to re-propose that with an amendment that you were suggesting, I think we have to move on to the second proposal. Okay, friendly amendment?
that the people that are camping here are doing it their own thing, have no association with Occupy Asheville and their thing.
Okay, a couple of comments about that.
I feel like if Occupy Asheville won't support people who are willing to make a sacrifice for the cause, then it's a totally illegitimate movement.
Going on the vibe of the group, that was an friendly amendment.
Okay. When you say that friendly amendment, sorry.
Yeah, the people that are camping here do it in their own name.
People that are... Okay, I'm going to read the proposal. There we go. Okay, folks. I'm going to restate. Okay. Camping here tonight, but it's not being taking responsibility for this group. This group is not saying we're Occupy Asheville, we're camping here tonight. Okay. And everyone else is going to say a Jubilee, right? Okay. All right, so
We have a
there's a block.
I would look at if there is an arrest tonight, the bulk of the public
Can we get quiet, please?
is not at this meeting. They won't understand watching the video of the meeting that just happened why there was an arrest a few minutes later.
Cool. We have 2 blocks, so that's table. Okay.
The only one's Jubilee.
Jubilee is where we're down to at this point. How do you feel about camping Jubilee tonight? Quick, I was saying friendly amendment that was discussed earlier. I was talking about mobilizing for Saturday. Okay? Who owns your National Day of Action?
Who's camping? Raise your hand.
We have a point of order.
There's only like 8 of us.
Because there's only a couple of them.
Alright,
Okay, is anyone walking in the Jubilee tonight?
We have a point of order.
everyone else wants it, so we can't.
Before Barney and suggested the risk here, risk there, I suppose the same thing, honestly. And so I feel like there's that proposal that's still on the table.
No, that was block twice.
No, that was block twice.
Sorry.
Very close.
Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we're attending a Jubilee tonight.
Everybody.
Whether or not they want to take getting risk or arrested or not, rather than a group of everybody making a decision for the people that are camping.
I believe we're adding about 3 minutes of discussion to this.
I don't care where we camp, that's just...
We've already decided that it... Okay, then if we decide to Jubilee,
for the entire group of it, you decide to stay here whether you camp or not.
Okay, moving on.
Director's son.
It's 3 roundabout ways. The police said this is city property. If they come here and they want to arrest us, they have to ask us first to leave. And outside of this is a park. So we can't sleep out there, we can't sleep in here, and if they come to arrest us, they will ask us to leave first.
Okay, we have made this decision. Probably to go on this way. The next agenda item.
Simmer down.
Everybody.
What about camping at Jubilee?
Everyone's going to Jubilee. That's what the group said. Alright.
We have
And I already know this one. You're leaving spot.
We have a block to every camping spot. We're going to stay up all night, yeah, right? That'll be all right.
Probably be still be doing it.
I think we got till 6:30, I believe. Till the morning.
I feel like
Can we have quiet?
I feel like the movement in this particular instance is one of those times when we really need to respect the diversity of tactics. And if people want to make that risk as a member of the media team and if they get arrested, I'll be happy. I'll be the first person to write a press release on their behalf. If that's the risk they're willing to take, I fully support that. And if the people don't want to make that risk and want to do it truthfully, I fully support that too. But I feel like in the movement, we've got to start broadening our consciousness of accepting the diversity of tactics, because it's going to be impossible to get consensus on
tactics all the time when there's such a diverse group of people. You know, I feel like this is a really great opportunity to respect the diversity of tactics.
We don't have any proposed activity followed through with tonight for about, I think, half the campers go where they're camping. I'm not really sure. But anyway, I would say 3 more minutes on this and try to come to a decision about where camp is happening tonight. Okay?
This is city property. Whoever is going to show their true colors can do it. Sorry. You choose to go to Jubilee and to turn your back on the motion and take a slap to the face, or you stand here tonight knowing that you're within the law and you take your true colors and show them.
I would like for someone to state, talk a little bit about diversity of tactics. Is there anyone that would like to take that on and bringing that up? Talking about diversity of tactics and the fact that a group can make technically 2 different levels of, yes,
Okay, so within activist movement, situations like this have occurred quite often. Within activist movement, situations like this have occurred quite often. The way that we've resolved this over the years is by passing statements, getting consensus on statements that respect the diversity of tactics. The 2 tactics that are proposed tonight, the only 2 tactics that have been proposed tonight are a perhaps more risky camping here and a safer, less risky camping in Jubilee. This is an opportunity for our group to respect that diversity of tactics and just support both groups.
Clarification. Why exactly is spending the night here bad? I haven't heard one real bad thing about it, because we're going to be asked to leave, and I don't think it's a bad image to sleep here, personally. But I see the clarification on it.
I feel like that there's 2 different ways you could look at risk. You could say, oh, we might get arrested, and there's that one thing, and we're all willing to throw that down. But the other risk is that we're going to alienate the people we're trying to make dialogue with, and that vengeful people with power will say, look at those kids, they don't know anything, and this movement will spiral into a violent, crazy...
No, I got a direct response to that, and it's already been established. Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Sorry, go ahead.
Remember, hey, come on, guys, we're all talking out of track.
You're more than welcome to finish, son.
What's the response?
We've already been camping on city property for the last week or so. So this is just a different place of city property.
Yeah.
All right, let's hold on one second. Would anyone care to restate this proposal that is slightly different than the last proposal by talking about camping tonight in 2 different locations with a friendly amendment?
If we stay here tonight and the police ask us to leave, do we want to just consent to leave? So why is there any big deal as to who stays here and who stays there? That's not splitting us up.
Let's restate this proposal. Would anyone care to put that all together? Like an intellectual idea that you'd be isolating the people you're trying to get approval from at least a week. Can we not get done in 24 hours? We've never even voted on giving them the
Point of order, we're out of line.
That's enough.
That was one opinion. Messed up.
We're still working with them. It's not like here.
One lady called us a beggar, and there's other council people there who want to deliberate how they can be fair with us. I'm not saying I'm against. I'm just trying to bring up another point, so it's heard.
Channel 13, get some footage.
Okay. Can we get back to the circle, please? Yeah,
Can we widen up?
Yeah, I think we're moving forward.
We are.
It's a tight discussion, that's why.
Okay, we do camp here. We have nobody at Jubilee to let us in. Jubilee, where we can go somewhere where it's safe out of the rain. So, all I'm asking, we've worked our butts off to the ground the last 11 days of this. But please, don't ruin it for us. We really need this. This is a place for us to go and be out of the rain. So if we can, please, out of all means, out of no respect from none of the campers,
Yeah. Didn't somebody say they already went to go secure that
Yeah,
spot?
the thing is, once you tell them
that spot is okay.
Yeah, but once you tell them that we're not coming, they lock the door back up.
Nobody said this.
Okay, I would like to remind you, we still have the proposal of the federal building, is that correct? Yes. Okay, so we're between, just one second, we're between the federal building and this restated proposal of 2 spots, okay, with the agreement to leave, if asked to leave. Correct me if I'm misstating any of that. Okay, so let's have a couple more comments on all of this, and then let's try to get consensus.
How much time do you want on this?
2 minutes.
It's not going to be 2 minutes.
Yeah, I don't think you have to
Time takes one.
I've got to go get my truck.
We have 3 more agenda items to discuss tomorrow.
I'm sorry. If it's 9:33, we need to get everything else. So, guys, help me.
Need volunteers to clean up.
Just for y'all to be aware, we are being filmed by media. Just be aware of that. So I just support the proposal with the dual camping, with the friendly amendment that when the police ask people here to leave, if they ask them to leave, that they will throw it back to the police.
I think what you were trying to get at earlier is that, and what does seem to be apparent to me as well, is that the process of Jubilee, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm getting clarification, is that he meets us there, unlocks the doors, we go in, he locks the doors after us, and leaves.
No, he has direct response. When somebody's in there already and everything else, the door should be shut all at once. You guys just knock on the door will be reopened.
The thing is that Jubilee is someone who principally works there, has to be there at all times. Which apparently, I think we had a problem with this earlier today, and we worked out all the problems that we can get today.
Okay, let's have one more comment, and then let's try to get consensus.
We will still be potentially working with the city of staying here. There's no objection from the city. So we are still potentially in the middle.
Okay. All right. Let's hear. Let's try for consensus. Staying here tonight for one night, meeting before 6:30 in the morning, or leaving if we are requested to leave. Is that a correct statement? And those who want to not stay here, stay at Jubilee. Okay. Do we have consensus on this one? Okay.
Wait.
Do we have any blocks? I don't see any blocks. We have consensus.
People will be sleeping here tonight.
Because we are hitting the 9:30 mark, so we got down to park by 10.
Okay.
So we need some hands going over there, please.
Request a volunteer. Okay. We have 3 more agenda items. One is the meeting time and location for Saturday, and then the information for South Saturday so that we can start getting the word out for the International Day of Action. The other is the General Assembly time and location tomorrow, and the third is the negotiation process with City Council. Okay. This is time and location for the General Assembly tomorrow. Is there a proposal?
7
It's always 7 o'clock. The time is always 7 o'clock, which means we don't.
Are we meeting at Pritchard Park? Okay, let's go.
Yeah.
Okay, same time and place tomorrow, 7 in Pritchard. Okay. Saturday, International Day of Action. Is there any information about what's already been planned? I heard something about a permit or, yes. Oh, okay. Would you like to see the permit? Will be from 3 to 5. Tomorrow, I should be able to pick it up and pay for it. The permit will be from Pritchard Park. The bike
believe we have a statement from the city.
If you don't, I mean, that's fine too. Whatever you want to do. I would like to see us use this opportunity to bring in people who are walking by, if they can hear what is being said, and really bring this little. It's 2 o'clock time for the General Assembly? No, that's already a permit.
Hey, I can tell you exactly what the consensus was. Some people, there's two places to camp tonight. One is at Jubilee for the people that choose to do so. The other is at this spot, and there's an agreement that when the cops ask if we are asked to vacate the property, we will vacate the property. There's a consensus on the agreement. And also 6:30 in the morning is the time we were designated by the chief of police to leave.
Okay, what's your name?
And my name is Jonas Phillips.
Okay.
But I've been here on the microphone, interacting with, helping people straight.
Just the work. Well, no, don't necessarily let's all work it out. I don't want to necessarily see.
You have a comment about this?
Sorry.
No, what she stated.
One thing is, I'll just say that.
Sorry.
Wait, I don't understand.
Part of what I want to say is directly related to part of what I'm saying.
I think we're done with Saturday otherwise, right? Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure if you're who I talked to. On Saturday, there's another group there that's actually wanting us to come, and they have a permanent event they've been working on for a few months that they're counting on.
That's the people?
The Monsanto.
Going back and forth with someone online last night.
That's Sunday. The Monsanto.
All right.
You might need to get clarification. More information.
Come back tomorrow, GA, and then
Can we table negotiations? We're having a proposal to table negotiations, or we can try and get more people involved. Anyway, she just talk about it tonight.
I can tell you the story on Jubilee with the slightly different. Coleman is there, he's holding down the fort. It'll be embarrassing if nobody shows up, but I told him to be prepared and he said he would keep that option open.
That's not what we're
Some people are going to.
Are we going to your agenda item is the negotiation process with the city council? Do you want to talk about it tonight, or do you want to talk about it in general assembly? Okay. Are there any other last minute agenda items or announcements? You're done.
So what's going on Saturday? What time is everybody meeting?
2 o'clock. Are we telling everybody to come at 6? Or what is the plan? I think everyone can come whenever, but the Sorry. We have 3 people talking at once. So the last minute.
Can we be quiet?
The last minute occasion is a staged event that looks like it's a spontaneous thing. It's just one person, a bunch of other people who are just hanging around, joining in, and it goes on. It becomes this giant thing. And that's at what time? 1 o'clock. Okay, guys, it's an hour before the event. If the event's at 2, it's at 1. Okay.
Sweet.
So, Saturday meeting and campers will be there first thing in the morning. Show up, if you guys want to help out, show up before.
Okay. You're talking the agenda item, I believe, is the time for the General Assembly.
No, because actually the time of convening for the Saturday International Day of Action. The day in general, kind of. The day in general. If we want to get the word out and try and get people from Pritchard Park sometimes and tell them to come, and we have a sound permit at 2. So
Okay, and we're going to have music and people talking at 2. I just want to make sure the General Assembly didn't start at 2 o'clock.
I think there's one night.
I thought y'all were going to time. Excuse me, I misheard then. I thought y'all were setting a time for the General Assembly.
I thought we were 2 at first.
Okay, so then I didn't mishear.
So, as far as I understand, we have the flash meditation, that scene, and then your proposed event going on and starting at 2, right?
Just sound, yeah.
Okay. Cool. And so we don't know on Saturday what time the General Assembly is going to be at. Should we talk about that?
Well, I thought that was at 3. Is that not at 3 on Saturday?
3 on Saturday? Because there's a is that a real sound permit?
The sound permit's at 2, but it goes till 5.
Right.
So I thought the General Assembly was at 3. That's why I picked
that block of hours so that there would be sound for the General Assembly. If we're able to have sound for the General Assembly, I think that would allow a lot more people to feel included so they can hear what's going on.
Does anybody have an answer for that?
No, that was really one of the questions I had about it. Do we want to set up like folding tables?
I propose that we talk about the nitty-gritty tables and stuff like that, a working group. If y'all want to
I'll be at the outreach group tomorrow.
Okay, and then we restate them tomorrow so people, know before. Is there anything else that you can start set for Saturday? Day of action right now.
So meet at Pritchard Park whenever.
Yeah, like 1 o'clock is the first thing that I heard was like set morning setup, right?
Yeah, we're doing like 9:30, 10 o'clock. We show up and we have like bring the food in the morning. We start bringing all the time. We try to get everything there. Again.
As you said, the facilitators, I did invite some tenants. I invited the neighborhood and volunteer coordinator for the city for Saturday. There may be other business leaders that are some of the businesses that are around the park that supposedly have complained about us that may be showing up. So people really, it might be a good idea to be prepared to answer tough questions with a group of people, or, some people to answer tough questions because you're probably going to get some tough questions.
So were you proposing that be part of, that during the GA we invite, or is that separate?
Well, I'm proposing that we could have a list that people could sign up and they show up and get on the list.
Like an open mic?
An open mic, it's just a people's platform. They get 3 minutes, they can ask a question, they can make a statement, whatever they want to say. And try to, I'm totally new at this, I'm up for suggestions.
Why don't we do this? Why don't we let people that's actually reaching out to us answer the questions, and they get 3 minutes.
Again, I think we can work out details. I think what would be awesome is if something could be stated again tomorrow night. We have more people around.
I won't be at the GA tomorrow, so
if anyone else
For 20 seconds so I can make an announcement.
Sure.
If anybody has anything back at the tent, please go get it because they're trying to break down. I think that some people still have stuff over there. So the meeting is pretty much done.
Okay, so we're gonna.
You'll be at outreach tomorrow.
I will be at outreach at 5 tomorrow on Wednesday.
I'm Jonas too. I'm not ready to go. Yeah,
Cool. I
I'm
want to
the one
talk
of
to
the
you about it. I have choir rehearsal at Jubilee tomorrow night. So, but anyway, I'll try and.
He's going over there now.
Is that all set? Maybe it's something that I can that I might not be able to.
All right. We need to get contact list of each other.
Yeah,
If we have nothing, I don't know.
We're meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll get it straightened out.
You have to turn that to the Facebook group and
We don't need that. I know. We're just needed to. I'm ignoring it. Yeah. Facebook. I mean, it's Facebook, and it's not. It does not represent us. We've already consented that the Facebook, that group page is not part of us technically. Only the page is the